My name is Champion Nwajira Stephen. Most of the times we've been here, like Mama Nyida introduced me as a commoner, but I'm a champion now. That is why I'm hosting you today. We have guests today. We have Charles F. Seruo. I don't want to say what F stands for.
It is for Frederick.
I think the viewers can figure out. We have Mukama Emmanuel, captain.
Stroke P.
P.
Forward.
Penalty.
Pankorota.
And Mr. Abaho Brighton, the MD of NLL News.
Founder. We have the MD.
Who's the MD?
Tum.
Oh.
Is the MD.
Okay. We are here in Amrena Apartments, Chanja, along the Ring Road. A very beautiful apartment. Available for bookings if you want to sleep over. They have good facilities, Wi-Fi, gym, massage, CFS. I'm going to be a massage, ikunda. Sauna, everything is here. And we are happy to be hosted here today. As usual, our other sponsors, Online Chupa in the house. They have this drink for us today. And of course, Pick Shots Photography. Welcome to this episode of NLL Equals. And I hope you feel at home today. Before I go any further, I wanted us to hit the ball rolling and go straight to this beautiful shield right here, the Kryon Cup. And I think we are privileged to have Mr. Seruo here as one of the organizers of the cup, who can tell us more about the champions, people wearing medals right now, and we get to know how did the cup come about, who won it, how did they win it, why is the host wearing a medal right now, why is he a champion, everything.
Yeah, I think Tuai needs to thank me. Otherwise, if it weren't for me not scoring like 4 goals past you guys, you wouldn't be champions. Yeah, but the whole idea of Kryon Cup, I might have to leave it to the Cheddar. Yeah, your manager.
Because Kryon, for the viewers' sake, Sir William Kryon was the founder of Ntare School. He was a Scottish educator who came all the way from Scotland and said, I want to put my school in Imbarara. Said, I've discovered that about 50 years from now, some guys who are going to be on a podcast will go through this school and they will talk about me. So he had a dream, started the school, and it's been a model school of excellence. It's been a model school for freedom and everything that the school embodies. So we understand the cup is named after him, and we appreciate the gesture for honoring such a man. So credits to whoever started it, and now Mr. Brighton, you could take us through the genesis of it all.
The Ntare Kryon Cup committee Ainemo, when he was the president, it is something that they had in mind. They had always been thinking about how they can bring in a new product, which is not Ntare Lions League. It's Kuzana season yona then to Kazum final. So they were always looking for a platform or a way how they can bring in a new product. And this it was always Kryon, because the idea was, of course, to honor the founding HM of Ntare School. Can we, in the middle of the season, can we have a tournament? Can we have a gala? But all that had not happened until recently, when some guy called Mage.
Taremwa.
Mark.
Messi.
Kanuma Meta Messi. So he brought this idea and shared it with the president. And it's why he came up with the idea that can we have the top 8 teams play what we call a Kryon Cup, and then Tufune winner. And his idea was that we create more time for networking.
So essentially what you're saying is that this is the Champions League of NLL.
Let's begin it, guys.
Because top 8, I mean, there's a reason why Mugudu didn't participate. The reason why my boys of Nsai were nowhere. You see, when you are Tottenham and you finish 4th, there's a tournament you play in. It doesn't matter if you have the Premier League.
So you're suggesting
you play the Champions League.
Okay, the idea goes back to the vision and mission of Ntare Lions League, which is networking. And the idea was, can we bring on board a product where we can encourage more networking for the teams? If we all remember, the season ended in March, and we have been on rest since last season, when we adopted the idea of when we finished the season in March, then we had to rest for that time. Guys were asking, what can we put in place that can bring guys to come and network? Leave alone the friendlies that teams play, but how could we bring on board? So the idea was to bring teams together to network, but also with a bit of competitiveness. And so that's why the idea of the top 8 was birthed. I'm
sorry to cut you short from there. So now that you have the genesis of the Kryon Cup, I wanted to bring you in, Emma. You were one of the participants. But there's a group we had, a group of the Ntare Kryon Cup. At around midday, someone was saying, give me admin rights. Some people I want to remove from the group. Like by 11 a.m.
Bakawa Jerome crisis meeting.
I think, Emma, you represent those people very well.
Which people?
The ones we had to remove from the group.
First of all, this thing was for networking and understanding our team.
So you came to network.
So it was like my team, how strong they are.
And you let Ichuli do what he did to you.
Ichuli
is scoring 2 goals past you. Ichuli, you see, when we're ranking beats in the league, Ichuli is like top 3.
No
so such a man scores 2 goals past you.
No manya top 3.
No, take off for a team.
No maba top 3 ukubanza no manya.
No.
The goat. Embuzi. Nwajira. Na kwata number 1 and number 2.
How was the tournament?
The tournament was a good one, but of course we are disappointed because sure we cannot be too up against Ntare. Ntare have never won. They have never won any game against Kare. Last season they came into our game. They were 3rd, I think. Kaja tuenda kubanuzia. Twaita bana kuga Kongo.
Umaita Bruce.
Twamuya Kongo twamjamwisha.
Before we indulge in the seriousness of the cup, when we won this shield yesterday, this is a shield, by the way. No. We won this shield yesterday.
I can confirm it is.
One of our boys, Pedro Jose, looked at that picture and that is it possible Kryon Akana anywa shisha? Because that thing looked like a filter. That thing looks like a filter. Yagamba, shisha because it's not a pot. What's going on? Found a can.
Guy was an educator.
Pedro Jose.
Pen.
Pedro Jose.
The man who pocketed Arod.
Arode.
The full game.
Arode of Bugonji.
Of Bachando FC.
Of Bugonji.
I'm coming from a cold country now.
So in summary, Brighton, could you tell us? I'm sure you watched all the games. Yes. Where was your disappointment?
Very complete. But my biggest disappointment is 30 millions. babihira mbato mu dakika yo
30 million.
Let me ask.
You boys
Let
were
me
very
ask.
sure.
Let me
Emma,
ask. Let me
Emma,
ask.
Your boys are very sure. I
Let me-
saw Solomon
let me
Peter
ask.
saying
30 million.
congratulations in
30 million
advance.
nizawe.
30
Kazakushasha muno.
Congratulations.
Why
in advance.
why you paying by our 30 million?
The man,
Is it
the,
yours?
man, the man sent in that tweet at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Is it yours?
At 11 a.m. his team was out. So he couldn't understand what was going on.
Man was actually disappointed. Reached Chabo Chibukuzele everyone.
Yeah, but just to add on to that, the fact that Karere had to bow out at the first asking.
Are you saying you didn't have that much hope in Abashwechi?
When it goes to Abashwechi, I actually rate them highly, but you see they are playing champions, the defending champions of Ntare Lions League. They're playing in Shera at the time. And we all know how much investment that Shera has always put into their team. Hatuan, whatever, Bakajenum Jabrani Vihayo, Aaron Niba, Arvati. Yes, the fact that Aaron Abirataro as an individual, Konka,
Let me ask. Ashiba Kamuyombo Nagage. They got him from Jabran.
They got you.
These are our players.
And Bakamuyomba.
They are our players.
Let's see Karere.
Hey.
So Emma, and to come to you, highs and lows. Of course, I think your lowest is dropping out in the first game. So besides that, where were your expectations met? Where were they not met? Where do you think a team could have done better during the tournament?
For the highs, I think the highest thing is that the tournament was a success. The whole day was very organized. But I think I don't even think, but I'm sure that my lowest point is TY. Seeing you wearing a medal, I'm not happy with him at all. I can never be proud of that moment.
Are you just sitting
I
on the
was,
team?
I was there looking at those guys playing. What were they playing? 3 goals.
Feelings.
That is the lowest point in the day.
Do you think you would have done better on the finale?
Have you ever beaten us in the finale?
Why didn't you go?
How many
there?
finales have we played?
No. Have you ever beaten us? The question is asking.
Have we
You've
played?
been on
How
3
many have we
finals.
played?
Been on 3
We
finals.
played 3 finals.
No.
Not
The
to
question,
met you.
the question was clear.
We've not
Have
met
you
there.
ever beaten Kare in a
You've not
final?
met us enough times.
No, the first round is always the best. So sure.
Cyril, do you want to take us through
Yeah.
your highs and lows?
I think one of my lowest points were the rough play. Yeah. Normally when we come for this league, it is networking, having fun. But when you see someone tackling the other person knee level, it is quite sad. Some of us are very old. You break me, it might take like a full year to recover.
Oh, needless to mention, Cyril was the top scorer of the tournament with 2 goals.
I still want to know how he became top scorer.
You didn't have to add that.
Scored
to goals.
both
What
goals
was it?
against the eventual champions. So he's a very dangerous
Yeah, but
man.
I've always put a goal
man
past
has
you
always
guys.
scored.
I think that one, you know.
You know there is a season when you scored only like 2 goals
Season 13.
It was.
Season 13, he
it was
scored,
one- it
he
was
scored
one-
1 goal
as a
It was one
striker.
goal.
as a striker.
No,
Actually, he did striker, not just.
But I had
as
a
a striker.
season-long injury.
Man has
Only
had-
that guys didn't know
I
it.
think we are all aware about his drought, so you don't have to emphasize.
I don't
it.
have to.
You don't have to
I had a
emphasize. it.
season-long injury, but guys will never believe that.
No, he didn't have an
but
injury.
I did.
But
I
wait.
did.
You have an injury and then you play all the games.
Yes.
The whole season.
The team needs me. I'm the heart of it.
Which one was your most outstanding moment?
Yeah.
The tournament.
Seeing TY lift this thing, honestly, I was so happy for you guys. And we played the first game. Yeah. Me scoring against you, that is another story. But you guys lift. I saw the happiness. I saw the happiness yesterday. So
Do you want to see more of that?
I saw someone give this guy some artwork. I don't know what happens if you guys win the league.
Did you get it
will
from a
happen?
girl or a boy? Because if it's from a boy, this is a different story. Why are men rewarding you?
But wait.
Gifting you
Ndio
and stuff?
mshiza woni mnong.
But wait.
anyway,
Was it the purpose of the award or what? That portrait?
I don't know the purpose.
the portrait that I was given by one of our players, he was actually rewarding me for the work that I have been doing for TY. The fact that I have been TY's coach for the last 3 seasons, and so that was the reason as to why he had to give me this portrait.
No, I'll give it up to this man. This man has been so patient. Bant has come his way. But the guy has been so patient. Till this.
He was waiting for his
I don't know.
moment.
Inject a shield. Should I call it a
This
shield?
is a shield.
Let me cut you short.
This is a Champions League shield.
Wait, you see, this man, was it your first season in the league? This man was sacked after like 2 games.
I was not sacked.
Actually, the game was going on.
First it came in.
First half, a tweet was already out.
Man has been sacked.
I think he didn't know. He didn't know anything.
I would like to use this. I would like to use this platform to actually clarify. That season, TY was on vibes, and they were looking for clout on social media. That's why, because they knew if they put out that we have sacked our coach. For your information, that season, TY won social media.
Guys.
Yes.
That's serious.
That season,
So
TY was
the
the
effect you're sacking.
yes, that because they were looking for clout. And okay, why haven't they sacked me after?
So these men are not just have not just been commoners; they have also been clout chasers. That's
That
what
is
you're
very
saying.
true. Agon Gomas.
But TY, very, very unserious people, those ones.
No.
How do you sack your coach midway? Yeah, was it 20 minutes into the game? The tweet was out. He has been sacked. Sure. No.
Moving on from the Kryon Cup. You see, when we were selecting our cast today, we made sure there's something we're getting from each one of you. NLL news, we wanted, because we're going into a discussion on transfers. Season is beginning in a week's time. And we've been hearing things. You want to sign Ntare from our Shwechi. You have 30 millions that is disorganizing the entire league.
Machando has 10. Actually has 14 million.
The purpose here is to give us a Sheikh's perspective. Someone with a lot of money who can do whatever he wants in the league. That's the perspective we're expecting from you today. Sero, you are, like when you have a cast, you have Thierry Henry, you have Jamie Carragher, you are the Mika Richards today. Because I don't think you've shocked anyone.
What happened? Just yesterday, one of the players they thought they had signed came and told them, we want to refund.
You wanted to refund their money.
You want to refund you the money that you gave me? And the gentleman is going back. How can you go back to inside?
To be honest, I'm getting this news from here. I don't know.
Sometimes you can look at a project, see Kachanchari, and you ask yourself, where is it taking me?
You see,
Am I going to play Kryon Cup next season?
You see, Kachanchari is 1 man, 1 kilo. Every game week. 1 kilo of pork, 1 man.
That's what they used to sign that gentleman.
So why wouldn't someone?
So what he did was,
for example, they are assured
because
of lunch.
a kilo of pork is 25k.
That man is a Muslim.
That's the money.
The man is a Muslim.
That man is a Muslim. Let us not associate him with that.
Very sorry. Very sorry.
I'm kidding.
Very sorry. So, which one?
Chamberlain can't be a Muslim, but deceive.
Is Chamberlain
Brighton. Which one has been your most shocking revelation, most shocking transfer?
Thank you very much. I remember when the season had just ended, we had things going on. Specifically, the season top scorer who had been the record top scorer for a season of Ntare Lions League, Romfield. He had many offers. First of all, he had an offer from Abashwechi. And
what was in that offer?
You know where he got that offer from? I think you know because
we all know.
We all know.
We will not say it,
but we all know where that's from.
But you can
we're all aware.
So our viewers know what.
Let them know. Sure. Let them
so Romfield, who was the top scorer, had an offer from Abashwechi. But at that time, Jabulani had a project.
Are you privy to the details in that offer from Abashwechi?
Could you
Yes, I have.
so that we can
I have a
wait, we
snippet.
can wait and understand how much this man invested in swaying him away.
Now you see, a man cannot sign a 30 million sponsorship deal and you compete with him, because the deal from Abashwech was actually coming from an individual. So, a club that has signed a 30 million sponsorship deal cannot compete with an individual, even if that individual, actually the individual in Abashwech, was very much willing to invest as much as he could.
Why don't you say that individually? Viewers know who
I
the
met,
sheikh is.
I met a member from Jabulani yesterday, the sidelines of this cup, and he had no grudge. He said, for me, I understand Rome. If I were in his shoes, I would also go and make money. So 30 millions is a lot of money.
So,
How much is that man getting?
So in addition to that, I personally had a conversation with Rome, and he told me, "You know, a business." So the offer that Karere tabled was more than what Abashwech had tabled.
How much was it?
So as somebody are saying to you,
Enough,
let's not get into
we have the
it.
money
We
here.
need to know. We
We
need
have
to,
the
because
money.
this man will not give us the exact
We have the
details.
money.
Of course, this man
There's
cannot.
no
Of the
team.
transfer.
Just convince me.
Okay,
when
take
I
it
came.
away. Take it away.
First of all, Romfield had to be a career player in all aspects.
Why?
Remember that goal that he scored last season?
The one where you are talking.
I actually got a nick. A very,
Twerk man.
I don't like that nickname, but after that I was like, hey, Kawa. Shall see. Shall see. Guys
So
told us I was like, Kawa.
You punished Jabulani for
A
making
very big
it work.
punishment.
For
that
making
one.
it work.
Hey, let's see if it will happen again this season. Let's see if it will happen again
What
this season.
offer did you give him?
It is actually not about money, sure. Because if you're coming to play with a 3-time champion as your strike partner, wouldn't you come?
There is
you know?
no way.
Emma,
There
Because
is no way.
Selwa has always convinced me to buy or purchase.
I'm the only one who is not looking at money.
No, I would,
Everybody-
I would actually tell you, Noreva, this gentleman was driven from Kampala in an ML.
Given to Barranco Homes.
In where? In Fort Porto. Given
That's
a
6
sack
hour
of
drive.
money.
6-hour drive.
But the gentleman
But
said,
I-
no, deceive.
You know-
In fact,
I got that story. I got that story.
No,
Rome
he-
told
he-
me.
he even
Romefield
had-
told me.
he had his own money.
Romefield told me. They traveled
Do you have a record of
When
that conversation?
when they are going to
Oh,
Fort
it's-
Porto. When they are going to Fort Porto, he opened the car door to enter, and the car was smelling money. Do you know that scent of money? When there's a lot of money in there.
No, remember,
man-
Romfield was with his woman.
No, watch.
You didn't see big
You guys have talked about an ML. You've talked about Fort. Was it a Ines ML? Pick shots.
We can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah, but what we know is that they are going for a holiday that had been sponsored by Barranco Homes, because one was the top scorer of the season, another one was MVP of the season.
But wait, let me. Why did they, of all cars, they decided to take him in an email? Do you know why? Do you know why? Because
Seduction.
they
It's the
thought
art of
seduction.
You
The
should
art
read
of
that
seduction.
book. The art of seduction.
By the way, you know these things, eh? Derek will never forgive Jabulani. No. Abamulemi say, Kuba top scorer, he will never forgive them. There is Zanda.
Wait.
but it wasn't.
Oh, they should. Oh,
It
he
wasn't,
should
it
not
wasn't.
forgive. He should not. No.
Kashoro.
It is Kashoro. Kashoro gave.
Actually, Kashoro, Zanda, that man will never forgive those guys.
She's the under dribble the goalkeeper,
And
put the ball on the line, and she
Called
did the-
Romefield.
Waited for him.
shoot at all defenders. Was like, come.
You know that Chikono you do for time wasting?
DH.
That's
That's
At
correct.
the line.
DH.
That's what he did. Put the goal on the line, started Chikono, waiting for Rome to tap in.
But I was also not happy. No, I wasn't.
But Romefield is not the only one in the market. There's Ndaura Aaron,
Yes. So
Shera FC.
Ntare Aaron. Ntare Aaron goes to Shera. He had actually accepted to go back to Jabrani. Him and his partner, Albert.
Oh, I thought his girlfriend. His partner.
No, okay, his friend. No, his best friend, Albert. So the two had played season 14 at Karere. Actually, 2 seasons, 13 and 14 at
13 and
Karere. And so one of the things they were returning home because Jabran happens to be their boyhood
But wait.
club.
I don't know about such a conversation or deal somewhere because they were Kareli players at the time.
Yes. So what happened?
There was
is
nothing
that
like going back
They
home.
are moving from Kalere to Jablan.
to
Let me
Jablan.
ask, if you say that it is their home, how many seasons have they played there?
So that is a boyhood club. So because
No.
if I'm to respond to that, is that Ntare Lions League plays a cohort-based system. So Albert and Aaron belong to
The Jablani
Jablani.
cohort.
Nobu akuzanda kale season 10 baraguma bari aba Jablani. So what happened at that time was that when they had decided to go back home in Jablani, they had a sponsor from Shera. And
Freeman Movers.
this sponsor,
SF. Chairman
One-
Soba.
yes, Ansob,
Ansoba.
to be specific.
Ansob.
So this sponsor comes and says that the sponsor wanted to sponsor Jablani and says that for us to give you our sponsorship, we want a player of our choice because Jablani, they desperately needed the money because they want to go back and so
Hey, wait, let me cut you. You know, last season they brought that blue. Is it even blue? Is that color blue or something else?
yes,
The
Close to turquoise.
Which
What is it?
which one is that?
the Bitcoin thing.
of course.
Turquoise?
The Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. That thing. That
No.
thing. That human thing.
You see, so when their Bitcoin jersey was stolen, that's when they brought in that.
Now let me
thing
tell
as-
you about a story about that jersey. Now, this new jersey that they have, I talked to Oscar. He was like, that jersey is more expensive than Avac.
The Arua Park.
I don't know if it is
Nice.
Arrow Park.
Where did they get it from?
See,
It was like
Arua
got it from
Park.
Soccer
Oh,
Net.
no, Arua Park
Nice.
ni Nkaya Kasasi.
Nice.
It was like, we got it from Soccer Net. What? I was like, but Oscar, when you see me with ears, you think I'm a goat or
A pig.
Yeah, so
a pig or
so in that regard, Jablan accepted that Nshera was going to make a choice of the player that they wanted, and in this case,
So Aaron signing is not individual based. They
Yeah.
paid Jablani and took him.
he
He didn't touch any money.
didn't touch any money. That is to be specific,
But
because
the man is taking flights. Where is he getting that money?
no, actually, he's taking flights because of his own professional.
sure about that.
his
Shera
career.
Shera is
But
capable.
also- but also-
signed a man from CP Falls.
Yeah, but also before Aaron went back to Jablani, one of the things that he wanted was saying that if anyone was willing to come and pay for his treatment of his knee, he would actually go to that team.
So Nshera sponsored surgery for Ndahura Aaron to sign him.
Shera the
So
original sheikhs.
I think
of
now
course
we-
Nshera has the
now
capacity
that's
to do that.
Because last season, was it Kevin of Kafubs got
yeah.
an injury.
That is
His
2
surgery
seasons
was
ago.
15 million.
Yes. So
EGX.
yes.
I can imagine how much money Nshera invested in Aaron's surgery.
So even when Aaron's knee was not at its best, and they were aware that his knee.
So that man scored that stunner against the Omujuma with the...
Against
Against
us.
So what is he going to do with
I would
the
not.
perfect
I
team?
would actually not confirm that.
Are we being serious with where we're going?
I would not confirm that. But what I know is that he was looking for someone to actually facilitate his medication for his knee, and Nshera at that time,
Now you mentioned they pick one player.
yes.
So where is Albert coming in
Yeah,
now?
so Nshera goes to Jablan and says, the player that we want from Jablan, they don't even ask about Zander. They don't ask. They said, we want Aaron. So it has been a practice. Wherever Aaron goes, Albert must go there.
Why?
I'm going to give you an example. There is a time when Omujuma, that
Yeah.
was season 13, Mujuma wanted Albert as a defender. You know, Mujuma was struggling, so they approached Albert.
First, say we were struggling, please. Don't say.
I am here as
feel the bean.
so what happens when Omujuma approaches Albert, season 13, Albert says, I can only move with my partner. who is his best friend?
Does for purposes of clarity, does this partnership stop in football?
All I know is that these two people are best friends. So Albert says that tells Omujuma that, you know what, for me to move to Omujuma, I'll come with Aaron. But Omujuma did not need Aaron because they have Joseph. So Albert says, I cannot move unless Aaron moves. So where
Aaron goes, Albert.
Yes, when Aaron goes to Karere, Albert had to join him. If you remember at the launch,
Resident Sheikh.
I'm not the president though.
If you remember
you are our Sheikh here. You're the resident Sheikh.
But you're talking about people with emails.
Is that
giving flights?
Is that a true assumption?
You having $350.
In future, when Kachancha is making a bid for Aaron, they should have room for Albert as well.
That's a must because
because they moved there.
But if you say they move together this time,
they moved together.
Isn't around.
But who is this Albert?
So you see, so
Albert, you don't know Albert.
Nyeshukuru abantu n'abashanga yes score. You do not know defender.
When did you score against Albert?
Which team is it?
You was in
Have you ever
last
scored against
season.
Yes, I have.
You was in
Many
Kare
times.
last season.
But you're the best team I
yeah.
score.
So just to close this whole thing of Jablani and
I will
Shera,
not say anything.
they take the Jablani accepted to take the sponsorship, and Aaron goes, and then also Albert ultimately had to move and go to Shera. That's how. But that is not the biggest transfer.
The biggest transfer is Oringo Tite.
The biggest transfer that actually should have shocked, and actually even right now, I am sure everyone is still shocked how Oringo Tite goes to Machando.
Yeah.
But let's remember that Oringo Tite can play as Askste in Machando. Why? Because Oringo Tite started
You
with...
don't have to tell us why. Just
No. He started with 3 years. So he qualifies to play for Nshera, Sianga, and Machando.
Is the original from Machando?
Why do you want to know that?
Why
are you interested in this?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, so
Why would you be interested in such?
So after because Machando, for example, they got 2 sponsorships. One from Gratas Consults, and another one from Snail Talks. These 2 sponsorships gave them remember they're not paying league fees. The financial muscle is way high, so they can easily.
I think
you see 30 million is very too much.
No. What I'm trying to say here is that they are not worried about league fees, so they can just dish out the money too. For you might be worried about facilitating the players, and then
we need to petition the league.
Hasa Machando kana ingenda.
Guys,
Please.
we are very serious
So
here.
we are in a
Like,
serious discussion. You cannot be bringing such
We're
things.
in Chanja right now. Do you know why I stay? India. I've traveled all the way from India to come to this podcast.
No,
Come here and start lying.
anyway. So the Oringo Tite internally at Nshera, he made his requests as an individual, but Nshera could not meet his requests.
What were those requests?
These are personal.
Tell us.
Don't tell us.
They might be about
So
why. First of all, Machando was coming in with some money, so they had money to give him, and at Nshera they were saying we cannot give our original a sign-on because you know that all of us, we have our own issues. So when Machando brings the financial package, but also even last season, Oringo Tite had said, I want a new challenge. After season 13,
he was bored by commoners.
yeah, so he was looking for a challenge.
What you say?
But also the challenge
if
was
you need a
beefed up.
challenge, if you need a challenge, you don't go to Machando. There's Kachancha FC.
There's Shima.
If you need a challenge, if you need
Why
to
are you
struggle,
talking-
You cannot go to
Why are
Kachancha
you
when
talking
you want
No, why
1
are you-
kilogram.
why
for you
are
as
you
a one
talking
man.
about
if you need
Kachancha?
a struggle, pick a team like Kachancha.
Why?
You sure? Season in, season out, you're not going to smell.
Is that
That's
why?
the challenge. That's
is
the
that,
challenge
is that why you
someone
stole
would
Nick
need.
from Kachanja?
I didn't want to talk
Let me
about
first
Nick,
ask-
but
First, first
So-
tell us about Nick.
Okay,
Why
about
do,
Nick.
why do you want to?
So Nick leaves. Nick actually had left Kachanchari going to Jaburani. Jaburani was building a project which had Romfield, Nick,
Aaron.
and Aaron.
Hard.
So when Aaron decides that you
God-
see,
God has
I am
saved
going. Even Arvat in there. So Aaron says, I am going. Arvat has had to go. So Romfield and Nick, they all come from Kashani. You see. Because the administration at Jabrani had told them, we are actually building a project. We are going to come and compete for the shield.
That's not a good enough reason for someone like Romfield. to
Shaka
be-
said
He was
that-
there last season. He
Shaka
became
said-
top scorer.
Yeah, he became top scorer, but
with
also
Samson in goal.
No, but-
Big
but-
beats.
Samson didn't play in a game.
Big
Did he
beats.
play?
Matthias.
So you cannot
Bro,
cannot
a
abuse
frat.
the project.
But let me ask you. Will that boy smell minutes?
Who?
MVP's brother.
But he scored a goal in the final
He even
yesterday.
scored in the final.
No,
Man is
for us,
very
he was a starter.
Man is
Okay,
very dead.
For us, he was a starter.
see,
Yeah, from what
But
I
with MVP in the midfield.
Let me tell you,
is he going to?
Everyone that goes to Kachanchari becomes a starter.
Let me tell you something about big teams. You see, let me tell you something about big teams. You see, when you go to a big team, you can never be assured of. I don't know if any you can't relate. But
Yeah, Nick, someone is asking whether Nick is going to play. As someone who is affiliated to Omjuma, I will tell you that, for example, Omjuma lost one of its core players. This is Mr. Vamos going to Chisianga.
We didn't know about
we didn't know
that
about
signing.
that. Though.
NLL News
was-
has
NLL
not
has
talked
not
about
said
it.
NLL News has
was
done
it-
this.
Was it that good for us to get shocked?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
Ah,
good.
no.
Because
MVP.
this is a man that
Vamos.
Hey,
Mm.
he's an MVP in a league.
Shani
in a certain
Yakumade.
league, he's
He's
been an
MVP.
MVP
To all
and
time-
top scorer in a certain league.
In a certain league.
Yes,
Not
some
entirely.
other alumni
He has
league.
like 48 goals in
meaning
that
that
league.
yeah. So the
48 goals.
the information that I have from Omujuma is
Not 1,000 goals.
Now we shall reach that point of talking about.
so the information
the
that I have
Lion.
from Omujuma is that when Mr. Vamos decided that he was leaving Omujuma for another team, which is Sianga, yesterday, if you were there, Ponte kept on poking Omujuma guys about that particular transfer. So when Mr. Vamos says, I'm leaving Omujuma to Sianga, Omujuma felt we need more bodies in that squad.
Did you feel bad about him leaving?
But you
I
have the
doubt.
bodies. I mean, you have Arjuna Kevin.
Very big body that one.
So Hati, I would.
You have the goal.
From what I know is that Arjuna Kevin is always reserved to play the Buenas game. So that should not.
No,
And also-
I will
and also-
disagree with you
So in our
because
ranking of the top 3 bets, you could get another.
no, in top 3 there is Nwajira,
Mm.
number 1.
Mm.
Number 2 there
cannot-
is Steven.
You cannot come to someone's house and disrespect them like that.
Yes. The third,
I can refuse to give you supper.
I'm sorry, sir, but still you cannot refuse to give me a medal.
There's a signing we need to talk about. The 1,000 man goal. The 1,000 goal man.
Patel. Patel. For those that have followed Patel for a long time, Patel used to play street soccer, veranda,
Everyone did though.
everywhere.
Everyone did.
To the extent that Patel can score a goal even on his way to work.
Like if he sees 2 stones properly arranged passes, another stone between them, that's
And he
a goal.
scores a goal.
1,000 goals.
So Patel.
Kananga was a new BC seriously saying this man scored 1,000 goals on record.
Yeah. So
Man said even
this
has
season-
affidavit.
I can assure you this season he scored a minimum 20.
Asa nyo mwani mugamba Patel na nitekamu ni betting. Patel no.
Patel.
Is that Patel is
Do you
an
know
Indian
Patel?
running
Na
the
njangu
bet
Patel-
company.
mulia bet power.
Patel is he has 1,270 something.
Official goals.
If I'm not
Official.
mistaken, Patel belongs to Nsai cohort.
Inside.
So Patel, he played. Actually, he has not played any season for.
That is
Inside.
why I was saying.
So
This
for the last 2 seasons, he has been playing for Bonshe. So now he comes to play for Karere. But now the question is, how many goals has he scored? The most number of goals has he scored in a season?
He had I think 2 goals that season.
Which
But
season?
yeah, Kata
NLL
Kone is
season.
Which season are you talking about?
Last season, season
How many
14.
goals did he have?
1,000.
No, Ntare League. Last season.
Is it the only league?
Season
Ntare
14.
League.
How many
We
goals
have
did
official
Patel
goals.
have?
You see, the way Cristiano goes to Portugal
Mm.
and scores over 200 goals. That is how Patel comes to Karere, the champions of Ginger. I'm sure you're,
Okash
you're
1,000
familiar
goals.
with Ginger and
How
what.
are you guys counting those 1,000 goals?
How did Cristiano count his goals?
Shana was.
We have footage.
Emma,
We have footage from goal number 1 in
There's
Ntare.
a silent investor we are not talking about in this discussion. SC Nsai. Nsai has assembled Avengers. They have Chamberlain. They have Kurununji, Winko Shots. They have that Nyamas man from
Bayern.
Chunch.
They have
Abasa Arnold.
They have Bayern.
Bayern.
Hey, he's going back.
So Bayern is in
He's
a triangle right now.
Entanglement.
Machando,
it is
inside.
you can
You
call
see-
it a conundrum that is there.
Continue with the guys that are going back.
The last I checked, Chances had signed Chamberlain.
Um,
I'm getting this news from here.
yeah, just
I'm told you gave him your usual 1
Box.
man 1 kilo offer.
Kachumbari.
so from
What offer did you give Chamberlain?
so
to be honest, I'm not on the committee.
so on
so I do
Saturday,
not know.
just to make
Exactly.
this clear,
Let's
What
talk
was
about
that?
the box
So-
that you gave him.
on Saturday before the Kryon Cup, Nsai boys, led by their president, Ewan Nwahadan.
Mchiga Kashushu.
Yes, their new president. By the way, this guy, you guys should actually fear him. He has brought together these guys. When Pedro was one of the leaders, of course, with their former president being Tugume Arnold, they had failed to bring together all their stars.
Pedro had a scorched earth policy.
You play for another team
asks you to come and play for inside, you refuse.
Removes you
from the group.
Pedro, this light man who gave me a penalty in that season. I scored
But there's
1
something
goal.
there's something about the boys that are going back. He talked about who?
Chamberlain.
Chamberlain.
Then he talked about
Winko Shots.
Winko Shots. Then all
Abasa
those
Arnold.
are perennial.
Yeah, so one of the things that Noah
They
had
can go
done,
back.
one of the things that Noah had done,
we shall gain.
the current president, what he has done was to make sure that he brings all the boys together.
How did he bring them
He
together?
was actually not looking at whether you go and play for another team, but he says, these are our guys. Let us involve them in what we are doing.
So he added them in the WhatsApp group.
He added them in the WhatsApp group. But some individuals in the group, budget cuts, see, your one Alex,
But then
you are
yes.
saying no.
You're saying Kada has gone back. They want to bring back Nazir. Which other defender? Chamberlain. Where will Pedro play?
Kokana zera shinema mpira.
You cannot smell.
Where will Pedro play?
All those guys go back.
So-
Pedro will accept.
Nazira shinema kapira.
So
I saw pictures from yesterday. Arode.
Arrow, they
That man
turned
is a
him.
terrorist.
I think he should change the name to Nazir.
So,
That man is a terrorist.
that's fake name
there is
of
a
his.
story that actually didn't come on, that didn't come out. But Omjuma guys were actually chasing Rafa Shajan,
Mubiru.
Mubiru of Nsai. Mjuma guys were chasing him when Mumbere
Because
left.
when you say Omjuma guys were chasing him and you're the coach of Omjuma, are you the one who was chasing him?
Are you the one that was? What were you using?
No, from my information, from what I know is that Omjuma has a particular department that handles football matters.
And the coach is not part of that.
This is actually led by the technical director,
But the coach is part of them.
The coach just gives his views. To the extent why Rafa
So they can sign a player that you are not interested in.
No.
But you know,
The reason as to why Rafa Shajan didn't come to
I like how
Omuzumba.
he's saying as if he's not sure, as if he doesn't know what is happening in Tiwa.
But also, if I'm
Sure.
to ask,
Sure, as if
if I'm
as
to
if you're
ask,
hearing rumors, yet you're on the
if I'm
source.
to ask, why did Mumbere leave?
Mumbibi, Mumbenchi,
Emma, why did Mumbere leave TY?
Mumbere,
He's a top player.
Musinguzi.
A very top player.
Musinguzi Joseph is a very, very big problem. You cannot be scoring 14 goals every season.
But Mumbere was playing wide.
No. They play the same number.
Oh,
Really?
Hey, they're all number 9s. Now he's going back. He's going to
Kabari FC.
Kabari. Mumbai will score 15 minimum.
What you're saying is Arman Stochkov may not smell.
At Stoikov, when you look at the situation, the way it is, I heard he's the keeper somewhere.
Because
And they don't have a keeper in Kabari. But okay, they have Filmon, but he's
No, they have
Marriott has him on chokehold.
I think he'll go back
Every Sunday, the wife is saying we have to go for church.
No, just to make that clear. Kabari signed a goalkeeper from Enshaza. There's a young man that they have signed.
But you know,
Kabari,
From
you're
Manchester.
mentioning Kabari.
But you know-
We have a 60-40 rule running. Kabari has Kante, they have Nimcho, they
Kante
have Aleleo,
from Machando,
they have
Mumbere.
Fik Fameka.
Fakshan.
Baby.
Fakshan.
They have Mumbere now. Now they have a goalkeeper. They have Bayon. How are they going to play 10 people in four positions?
That is a rich man's
No,
problem.
there is one thing that you do not need to forget. That Bayern is not going to play for Kabari this season.
He's going to play for Machando or inside.
Don't be sure about that.
He's not going to play for Kabari. That's what I can say. We still have 1 week for things to evolve.
So in about 3 days,
Things can
The league
change.
is starting on Sunday.
Yes,
The big is
things can
starting.
But
change.
you must be. You might be having some news. Why don't you tell
Why don't
us
you
where
tell
the
us?
guy is going?
Because what if you are feeling shakes?
Bayern signed a contract with Kabari. And his contract says that if you want to leave before the season starts to another team that is not
Let me
inside,
ask.
you will pay triple.
people are signing
People are signing contracts.
People are signing contracts.
In a networking league.
But you see,
and
for
we're
you,
diverting from
and we-
our
and
original
we-
goal.
That is
Can
how
we-
serious.
Are
the
you
league
signing?
is.
Do you want to put it on record and say Kachanchali is signing
In the
contracts
contract.
and promising people kilos of pork?
One man, 1 kilo.
Wahora, this man said, someone said for us. Then this weekend he was not with us.
Is 1 man 1 kilo an actual thing or it's just banter?
No. It's real. It is real. So
Hey,
When
I thought it was banter.
so
No,
you,
no, no.
you pay guys box.
no. Wait.
So the Chikaraya,
The real bit is the actual kilogram of.
Guys are getting jobs before you give them
Hit
box.
Chikaraya.
The actual thing is when we have that meeting, you get a kilogram of pork, like you get it.
But even on match days, you are having
But what
pork.
you guys are saying, Taba pork, no. Now that is
You have pork on match days.
that is
Don't you-
that is
don't you have
Don't you have
match
pork on
days?
match days?
like any other
Uh,
person. When you
and we
don't
were
play,
told-
you can't eat.
we were told
So that is how we have
You
our
are
lunch.
dishing out those porks based on goal scored and assists. Score a goal, 1 kg. Assist, half kg.
No, actually, what happens is when you score.
If you're playing a team like Karere and you put Emma out of the game, that's a big achievement. 2 kilos of porks. You've
And,
taken Emma out
that
of
is-
the game.
that
So
is-
in the
that is-
contract they say if you mark him very well, ridiculous.
That is border talk. That is border talk. Let me just clarify. One, the 1 man kilogram, 1 kilogram is about us networking. The way we network at the league, now we come as a cohort to network. That is number 1. Number 2, we do not buy players to save. Don't do it.
So in short, you don't give them sign-on fees as Kachancha.
We actually give them money.
But wait,
Sign on
Not
fees.
pork.
You people are doing
sign on fees.
Yes,
So
these
do they
guys
sign
are
contracts?
they are what you guys are doing is what we are doing. Your players are signing contracts ourselves.
What are we doing? We're not doing anything.
But let me
We're not
ask
doing
you,
anything.
a serious person,
Eh,
you have a contract. Okay, let me assume they are actual contracts. Ahead of you have a paper, and you see pox.
You see, folks.
Kachumbari.
Guys,
now I know.
Savas.
You see, Nick Mugera is an athlete. He's a man who likes to stay fit. He's on the Makerere University team.
A fitting in fats.
And he was saying, man, you cannot keep feeding me pox when I want to stay fit. I think that is why he left you.
you are putting that thing because you guys took Nick. That one we know. You took Nick. Yeah.
But wait, I think TY had a better stake in Nick than
we were giving him playing time.
No,
he's not
what
going to get it.
Because
What I know is that
he has bigger brother in this team.
Nick was actually looking to compete.
Champions League.
To
Champions
compete.
I wanted a trophy.
That's why he won that one yesterday.
Man
He scored the third goal against
But
Machado.
this one-
No, what I know is that Nick's decision to leave
I mean,
Kachanchani
let's first leave this
and
thing.
Jabran was entirely a sporting decision.
So you think
Pox was not doing him justice.
you think TY was a better team for him?
Pox was not doing him justice. That's what he's saying.
Do you know why Cristiano doesn't take alcohol?
An athlete.
He's a top athlete. You cannot be giving people.
Hey.
Hey.
Things that
We just use Pox to.
you know you've made.
We have it as lunch. You guys, what you guys think that we are buying
you
players
put in
with that?
1 hour of effort. You've worked out, and after the game, you're taking 2 kgs of.
What
Pox.
were you guys doing in your before you went for Champions League for the final?
We were.
You guys were playing, and after playing, training, 7 crates of beer in Bokoto.
When you talk about the final, I remember some team that left. The final ended at 6 p.m.
Man, he was talking very big nonsense.
First, wait, let me submit, please.
There's a team.
Let me tell. There's a team. We were in Kigali. The final ended at 6 p.m. By 7, these people were in Tungamo. As if they used the plane.
No, we
I actually just saw a video today.
from.
I have it. At 7 p.m. they were in Tungamo.
Have you forgotten the house rules? Nikuza kubima sapa. Like, I'm your host today. Like, don't overhit me.
Hey, I didn't know that you were commoners.
You know, from
No,
the recent meeting of captains.
What do you mean? Okay.
There's
Mujimaizo
a
Komona.
rule.
Can
There's
you
a rule
go-
that was passed from the recent meeting of captains that allowed the top 2 wazee to divert from the 60-40 and do 50-50. So the teams that benefited from that rule are Abazibu and Bonshe FC. But I'm told Mungereza is being a menace in the transfer market.
We actually have a big problem because these 2 Wazee were given two offers or privileges. They can either merge, and still do
Half
50.
60.
No, they
And
can
still
do
have 50-50.
They can merge. So imagine Mungereza, that man Jamaican. And you had
there's
Aaron.
no other team
If you
Munge
had
can
Aaron-
merge with. He already merged with
If you had
Mchinchu.
Aaron, the president,
Already merged with Mchinchu. The only team he can merge with now is like Shimba. And
and they're the same age.
Which guy can he get from Shimba? Steve-O.
Steve-O. You don't know Steve-O was a top bowler.
Vieira.
But he was.
Vieira. Vieira is.
Darius.
The
Darius.
same. Darius
But
is
I'm told,
Darius can. Darius can play.
the wave at which Mungereza is signing, the 50% can cover the other 50 wazee.
But I would like to, if I can come in, if I can come in.
Yes.
So the players that Mungereza is signing, he's actually replacing the players that have left.
Which players did he lose?
Kande has gone back to Nsai. Abasa has gone back to Nsai. Chamberlain is going back to Nsai. So
There.
those 3 players.
Let me interject from there. Those 3 players played the maximum of like 20 combined minutes.
They were
No,
not
actually,
playing.
Abasa was a
What is he
starter.
replacing?
The man has Kanyankore.
What is he replacing?
The man has who else?
He had
He has
Dalton.
Kanyanko, he has Mazembe.
He has
Mazembe.
Dalton. He
Mazembe.
has Mazembe.
Remember that goal he scored against TY?
It's Dalton.
At the
still
same
with
time.
them.
Top beans.
No,
Dalton still with
Dalton.
Which Dalton?
So
The
right
goalkeeper.
now,
Eh?
The goalkeeper.
I don't
Emma
know,
can
I don't
answer
know
that
about that
question.
one.
Is Dalton still with us?
I don't know.
so what I know for a fact is that
Who is that?
whereas Karere has not officially unveiled Dalton, Dalton is a Karere player. Everything has been finalized.
So Mungereza is fielding this team of Avengers without a goalkeeper.
No, he's actually looking for a goalkeeper.
They have Paul.
Wait,
they have
wait.
Paul. You know
Wait,
Paul?
in
They have goalkeeper. He was the goalkeeper of the school team
yes,
in 1950.
yeah, he's a very old man. But
Yeah,
but
he was the first
right
team.
now what they're looking for is they're looking for a young goalkeeper because remember they're playing 50 because Mungereza is sure Kanyankore Mazembe and because already John Messi who has been at Inshera is joining
That was it.
Abazimu.
Konka. I also hadn't. Munge wanted Nwajira.
To do what?
Munga actually approached me.
Actually, for
When
Nwajira, last season Bonshe gave him an offer.
Wait, you see,
But his offer was there was no money.
You see-
Zakwaka item.
you see Nwajira's offer. You see, every team needs a kids money. Now, when you're signing, and actually these people are paid a lot of money. So when you're taking Nwajira, he will take care of you just
This man has too much nonsense.
No, but just me speaking from at least what I know is that when Mumbere came to Omujuma, one of the conversations that people at Bonshe had was, can we bring in Nwajira? But you see, Nwajira in season
Which Nwajira?
Wait, Nwajira,
Which one?
the goat, season 11. Actually, season 12. Season 12.
Have you ever scored a hat-trick in the Ntare League?
Yes.
Oh.
Season 12.
Hey, by the way, it is on record.
No,
When you talk about Nwajira, I remember the goal he scored in Kacheka. Back volley.
You know, I've been telling people about this goal.
That man.
They don't want to accept
Remember, Bevis Mugabe. Bevis Mugabe in that team.
You might be like.
But I have-
You might be like a
it. I have witnesses.
You might-
I have Emma.
He was
I
in the
have
air.
SF, Chairman
You
Anso.
see, he was in the air. You know when they launch a drone up, these drones cameras, these birds come around it, thinking it is a real bird.
You-
Now Nwajira was in the air for 5 minutes.
Zibo was also my witness. You know,
Waiting.
when I was scoring that goal, Zibo is Kajogo. I was scoring that goal against
I
Kajogo.
think I can
You might
understand
be
the
like-
I jumped. I leaped so high in air. I kicked that goal. I was still in the air when that goal entered. I'd not yet fallen down. I had my boys behind. I had my boys behind said, Nwajira is over and out it.
Yeah.
That's when I knew the goal had entered.
Yeah. So just to say
Before I reached
that
on the
season
ground.
12, Nwajira scored about 8 goals in the season.
Where?
Season 12.
You know,
You could actually check the statistics.
he scored 5 against the Bosnia.
No, the actual is 8 goals.
I scored
in
the
the
hat-trick
season.
against Bosnia in 20 minutes.
And he scored 2 against
Very
Machando.
clinical.
There was no keeper.
No,
Very
he
clinical.
also
He's
scored
keeper
2
in
against
goal.
Machando. But
Machando?
that season,
Yes.
yes.
Which match?
But that season,
Machando
at UICT, that season,
But
if
I played at UIC.
so yes, if it
What
was
the-
not
I didn't see
for
this man score.
At what
So-
time you scored that?
so if it was not for TY changing their sporting strategy, this man would still be playing for TY.
Now the
That
best
is
he
why-
can do
that
right
is why-
now
That is why Mungereza is not resting. The man wants me.
is near DM.
Hey.
But by
Sheikh Moged, right?
you're forgetting one team, Sianga.
Oh, Chisianga. But besides
Chisianga.
Mr. Vamos, has Chisianga
Good.
signed anyone else?
Good.
Thought Nkulunyi is going back to.
So Nkurununji was supposed to go to Sianga, but there's a job offer that they had given him, which didn't materialize at the end of the day.
Nkurunungi, the keeper.
So guys are
we
being
go
signed.
shots.
This is not fair by them. This is not
Ogomana
fair.
akweguza social
So
media.
you see, no, it's not that it is not
This is
fair.
not fair.
I will tell you that
People are getting job contracts. People are getting 30 million, and you're giving them pox.
That is why I asked him if they gave you 2 offers.
So-
There is one with money and the one with 3 kilograms.
Yes,
So,
There are teams that you're not mentioning in
no,
these transactions.
there is an
Isn't
offer
Tuli
that
signing anyone?
there is an offer.
Tuli has signed Powell.
No, there is an offer that you guys are forgetting.
Forward of
Machando.
There are teams are not mentioning in these transactions. Ntare FC, we're not mentioning Shimba. Shimba from the last outing had arranged some boys there.
Ntare is being back Marvin.
Marvin,
Express.
Express FC.
Express.
He's living in Shera.
Did he play yesterday?
No.
Did he play the Kryon Cup?
Is in the country.
Ntare took him to Scotland, I think.
For trials.
For medicals.
Where is Ntare getting that money? Bishanga Junior?
Bishanga Junior.
Because it can't be
Kwa
Ichuli.
Kashinyumu Ntare played. Batiro.
30 millions.
Which team did Ntare beat?
I don't know.
Mushanga na Dev.
30 millions.
Emma is uneasy. What's going on?
Which team did they play?
Uneasy.
Which team did they
No,
play?
what I know they participated yesterday, but
participated.
Konga Batiro.
Did
Because
they?
they have football. They have football.
They are brought back. They are brought Powell in the team.
Powell,
Captain Kasasi.
Powell is a baller.
So what
Powell is a
happens to Kasasi right now?
Kasasi.
They're going to compete without their captain?
Kasasi now. I don't think Kasasi. You know, now the league fees are quite.
Because my man
quite high.
Goodman went back to Kasasi.
League fees are quite high. Kasasi is not sure. They are uncertain. That is why a whole captain can decide to.
Goodman left Kabadi
Watakaga amba Goodman.
to go to Kasasi FC.
Watakaga amba Goodman. New.
So for Powell, Karere is eagerly waiting.
Which career?
Karere also wants Powell.
If Kasasi does not pay league fees, I will assure you, Powell cannot play for
Guys,
any other team apart from Karere.
Powell is a baller.
I can neither deny.
Powell is a baller.
Powell is
No,
a
no,
baller.
Yes. So for yesterday, because it was Kryon Cup and they were allowing everyone from, as long as you comply with the 60-40 rule. So that's how Powell comes.
Kajogo was in the news. Sykes
You know Kajogo.
was sending offers left and right.
You know Kajogo has item.
Didn't catch any bad.
Kajogo has item. One day, I went to Kajogo camp to drink juice. Juice, normal juice. I was thirsty after the game. I was like, Zibo,
Give me some juice.
Give me some juice.
It was actually a shot, not even.
How do you take a shot of juice?
No, it was these small disposables. By the time I left the camp,
So Kajogo FC is using item to sign players.
item.
Now the way you're saying some team is using
Item.
pox.
There's another team using item.
Those boys are
What is
using
Kafubs
bloods.
using?
Kafubs actually has 3 players of ours. Third, I don't think they're good.
Actually, they are going back.
Where?
Kafubs zetakawa ne gawa
Which people are going back?
See, if you're doing POX, Kajogo is doing
Item.
item. These men in Kafubs could be doing subscriptions.
Hey, to the other channel.
I had they are coming
Which is
pure.
not Kawa.
I had they are coming back pure.
Kafubs is
100%.
coming back here.
Just like Kashuru, they are coming back pure.
They're going to raise the
That's
numbers.
what I had.
But you know Kafubs can do a merger with
The
Bosho.
only team you cannot mention in these signings, I'm sure, is Kashoro FC.
That is
Have you watched anyone?
So for Kashoro, actually, season 14, they had internal conversations to bring in some guys. But some people said, no, you're going to go and do it
Of
for
course, my
ourselves.
man.
So even this season, they had the same
has to
conversations.
get playtime.
So
Do you want to bench?
So Kashoro said that if we are to ever have a Chuban in our team, we are going to go and take on a team, full team. We pay for them league fees, we facilitate them. For us, we shall be on the sidelines. So right now, until Kashoro decides,
Do you know
to
that
do
full
that.
team? Do you know that full team? It is already in place. It is already existing.
Which team is that?
The Ginger Champions.
Kano yawashibira mu messages zanje. Kashore kano nyenda.
But you qualify to play for Kashoro.
Yes, I think
You
I
qualify.
do.
This man qualifies.
As
Is
a
there-
sixth-
is- is
And
there age
I
gap? As he was, you see, Selwo
was in senior one, these guys were in senior 4.
was studying with his brother.
They are twins.
In the same class.
Yeah.
so they are twins. Are they
Oh,
twins?
they are
Yes,
twins.
they are twins.
They are twins, but
So he
Now this man can go to Kashoro and he qualifies
Pure.
like the way Origi
Pure.
plays for Machano. This man can play for Kashoro in their 60. And no one will complain.
There's another team we are skipping. The other day I woke up to signings of Kashani. They are signing from none other than Nshaza. They are looking at the young team and they want to cripple it further.
But wait, you know something fun about Kashani? I saw their, is it contracts? As if these disposable bags. Those paper bags. Now what was in the paper bag? Kashani, did they
Wait a moment. Kashani and Nshaza, and they like so close to each other.
So let's not forget that Kashani is actually going to be the first team. Okay, it's going to be the only team in the league that has a FUFA licensed coach.
Oh wow.
no.
That is Nshaza.
Yesterday.
But TY had Saddam.
Is
No, TY only brought
They had the FUFA licensed coach.
Bakamoving after 2 matches.
Yesterday.
But even you guys.
Yesterday,
had,
Machando.
the other black guy, tall guy.
Saddam.
Who?
Kobna.
Webchunchu. Kabatine ponte yon.
He took a team to 3 consecutive finals.
Man,
Cannot
he
say
was
that.
like you. He was like you.
Yes, he was like you.
You know, there's a statement.
We won
that-
yesterday.
There's a
So that's
statement
a
that
good
they're
thing.
holding back. TY, I think they fear this command may try it. But it is now official that Brighton is no longer the coach. They chased him.
No. Yes,
After Chigai, they chased him.
no.
Abraham is the coach. Did you see him on the touchline yesterday?
It's possible. Abraham was all over.
Abraham was
yesterday.
all over. This man was with item every time.
No, we know.
In instant item everywhere.
We know Montowa noise, Ruho. Some guy who
Every
wants to
time.
make the noise. But the actual coach,
So he's
this
like,
man.
I want us to discuss this further. This issue of Kashani. You see, this is a young team in Shaza. They've come to the league. Their best players have all been taken. I'm told Dawashechi has like 4 players from Shaza.
no, you're hiding from the actual team that has their players.
I think now you know
TY.
why. You know
There's
why.
only one player of Shaza.
You know why Jack
Pedro, where does Pedro lie?
Gavin. Pedro is Kashani.
So you are. That is why.
You know
But-
where Clive was
but-
coming from, talking about people
What they are
signing their
doing.
kids.
See, what they are doing with Nshaza is what Mukama Emma did to Jablani. See, Jablani was trying to set up their team. This man came and took half of their players.
I didn't take anyone.
They came to you.
You
So,
see,
but you see,
where there's a champion, you
no,
have to associate.
the funny
In
thing,
these transactions, we need to set a limit.
No, it's-
Say, you cannot cripple a team to this extent.
it's not actually crippling. I personally had a conversation with the president of Nshaza, who was saying, we gave our boys contracts. And I asked him, what was in your contracts? Were you giving them transport? Were you giving them any sign-on fee? He says, no, we didn't have anything. And I asked him, if you're not giving this young man transport to the league or any sign-on fee, why would you want them to play for you?
They're giving them wags.
But you see, the issue of wags, even Kashani, they also have wags. For example,
You see,
they also at
of
campus.
words, you cannot give something that you don't have.
So, for example,
They
why?
don't-
So,
After game
Omujuma
week
wachimtine wags, for example.
After game week 1, those words.
And talking about
Let me
wags,
stop there.
talking about wags, there is a team. They are not talking about their signings. They are not talking about their football. What other teams they are looking in for from that team? Ni wags.
Which team is that?
Nshaza.
The young teams.
Because it cannot
Nshaza.
be Kachanchari. You do not have wags.
By the way,
Actually,
Kachanchari camp.
I've never seen
Kachanchari
a
Cup.
Babi ne
Kachanchari Cup.
informers.
There is this 9 a.m. Nairo.
Self
9
Kabali.
Hey,
Nana Medic
9 a.m.
That is our top number one
and the Medic.
supporter, guys.
But the medic. You
We
remember
cannot
when
talk about
we are going
that.
to Ginger? We are going to Ginger. There is a medic
No,
that
you
was
guys-
seen in a certain
You guys,
rooftop.
you guys
bus.
phoned me in Ginger, so I do not know what
No,
happened
you
before
banter,
me in
you
Ginger.
banter Kabadi a lot, having sisters as wags. But there are teams who don't even have sisters.
TY.
Kachanchari,
TY.
Turi FC,
We are just old.
Kajogo. I've
Oh,
never
yeah, just
seen a wag in Kajogo FC.
Original how much wabwera sema kweta gura pox. Nga kwa item.
Kafubs.
About Ntare. Remember that day when they organized a family day out?
And it was a gay parade.
It was a gay parade.
At 7 p.m., I found Abbott with Timo. Timo. in the middle of the pitch. I was like, you guys,
What's going on?
you said you're bringing works.
Guys, when you're talking about works, you cannot look at the older teams. Honestly,
But,
you cannot.
when you had your
You
day
cannot.
off also, what happened?
But we have works.
You are nowhere to be seen.
We have works.
You are waiting for Karere to put on something,
But-
but nowhere to be seen.
But TY,
No work,
TY,
no
you see,
players.
when TY is arriving at the pitch, you know that Nwajira will come with MVP.
But
As a must, they are going to come. I don't know where they'll be coming from, but
Mugera is my neighbor
you see?
at home.
they'll come together.
But I saw there is a team over Nikajogo, over Nikafoops that is signing, but they are quiet about their
This is what I asked you about. There's a time the signing space had Sykes written all over it. Sykes is doing this, Sykes is doing this, but you're not mentioning anyone. Kajogo
you
has
see,
signed.
no, the problem with Kajogo and Kafub is the players that they sign. But signing our beats.
To add on the numbers.
For them, they are just looking for the
You want to
numbers.
reach 10 people.
Talking about beats.
So Atino and
Now,
Oscar,
Those Karere boys
those
inside.
two are.
You see Oscar?
Biets, come on,
Os-
Biets.
Oscar of Jabran
Your brand.
was in Kajogo. His first season at Nambol.
Oscar
He played one game.
Oscar
They were
Wamata-
like- they were like
Oscar
first weight.
Wamata Beats.
They were like first weight. Now next time when we put jerseys here, first weight for all of us to wear.
The man you're slandering right here is our MCM today, Monica House.
Yes.
Yes, today.
Trikona.
Today.
Which Monica? The one of Trikona.
Trikona,
Yes.
yes.
No. But you cannot
Put on
fail.
the show.
You cannot
Put on the
fail.
show.
You cannot
100
fail.
meters.
You
Man
can-
went for
you
100
see, you
meters
see, you
there.
cannot fail at all everything. He failed football. He was running. He's there because of his running,
Sprinting abilities.
sprinting.
Mkoro wa Wamata Beats.
Who is Oscar?
We have our sponsors for NLL Records, Pictures Photography, as usual, best wedding photographer in Uganda, and some parts of Africa. We have Online Chupa for this beautiful drink here that you appreciate, and our hosts for today, the venue we've used for this episode, which is Amrena Apartments. Amrena Apartments is in Chanja along the Ring Road. They have business space, they have pharmacies, they have supermarkets, and these well-furnished apartments that you can come to, that you can sleep in at very affordable costs. They have a rooftop for parties. So used to like Nigos things. Those house parties used to have a knockdown. You can have a semblance of that at the rooftops of
Can even have their
Amrena Apartments.
1 kilogram box.
Or you could host your 1 man 1 kilo at this venue here. I think they would allow you to bring in your item. And us to discuss transfer controversies. We have had names at the top of all this, most prominently Bayon and Gift of Kazu. Emma.
Gift of Kazo. Where did he get that name from?
I think the man is from Kazo.
What is his actual name?
We have been at Ntare school bakava mwetaka chai.
What is his actual name?
I think it's
Bamweta Alan.
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 His name is
Yes.
Alan.
Now Alan
Mm.
was in Machando last season.
Mm.
But somehow TY wanted to steal him.
Steal him or sign him?
Steal.
Mm.
He's stealing.
This guy is.
These ones.
Mm.
They're even on the same side.
How
Yes.
did it go? How did it go?
They gave him, I
Looked
think,
so
I heard they gave him money.
Mm.
Mobile money.
Mm.
It is on record. Was it
Mm.
like 3 million?
Yeah.
Was it?
I had this.
So the man
I
received
had-
3 million and refused to go to the team.
Cash.
How much did Machando give him to change his mind?
Now I'm hearing that he's going back to Machando.
Mm.
And there's some contract clause somewhere that is, if he's to go back, he will triple.
The offer he got from
Are you
TY.
talking about 9 million?
So 9 million.
That is before add-ons.
Do we have someone in the league who can afford?
That is before
paying someone
before
9
add-ons.
million?
Before add-ons.
You have someone next to you.
Someone next to who has a 30 million sponsorship.
9 million is very
No sentiment.
small
So-
for him.
TY is a silent cancer in the league.
No, it is a cancer. It is a cancer.
But there is a bigger cancer because you cannot triple 3 million. That is 9 million.
That's Machando FC.
That
Our
is
runners
good.
up for the Kryon Cup
That is
yesterday.
malignant.
But
Bayern.
Bayern.
Mm.
Bayern, his original team is Nsai. He played for Chunju for 2-3 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. 3 seasons. So when we are going for season 14, Mujuma presented an offer to Bayern. And Mujuma gave him money. Okay, and he accepted. But along the way, these guys, Kabari, we're calling them, what was their name last season?
blood man.
Blood money.
Blood
They
money.
come with their blood money last season. So they
What is his name? That's
triple.
Mitwe.
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 You do like this.
So they triple what Jumas had given him. So one of the things that Omujuma, they had actually sent him a contract, but he had not appended his signature on it.
He was smart.
So when he receives the triple deal, he says, I'm going to refund. So he refunds Omujuma. I think Omujuma guys didn't take it that big. He goes to Kabari.
You guys didn't take it big.
Yes,
Man is the coach. He's joking in me.
Yeah, so,
Third person.
You're Mujuma.
yeah, so what happens is that he plays for Kabari for the whole season. So after season 14, he had signed a new contract with Kabari with a clause that says, once you want to leave, you will pay us triple our sign-on fee, which is 1 million. The sign-on fee was
So
1
that
million.
is-
So
3 million.
wait a minute. You said Kabari tripled Omujuma's offer.
Yes.
So Omujuma had given him 200k.
100.
Actually, Mujuma had given him 500,000
1 point. That is 1.5.
because
That's 1.5 then.
yes.
But you said 1 million.
Yes, so the new contract for season 15 had 1 million. So in the contract they had said, if he wants to go to any other team, if it is not inside, he will have to triple and pay back.
That's small money.
So
For
Machando
teams now.
gives him an
How
offer.
many kilos of pork?
Initially, Machando gave him an offer of 2 million. 2 million as sign-on fee. But the requirement is that he should pay 3 million to Kabari for him to be released.
So he would pay and still be in debt.
He would pay and still be in debt.
But I think Machando has that money.
Machando has that.
Machado is not
They
paying
have
big
that
fees.
money.
Machando has sponsorships worth 20 million.
But
They
again,
have that
the same
money.
player Bayern, before he went to Kabari the other season, he was in Abashwechi. If you get the story of how he went to Abashwechi from
Ebichunju.
Ebichunju, Bishanga went and picked him from Ntungamu.
And paid his rent for 6 months.
Bishanga was a menace, by the way, in that season. Bishanga, I heard the story of Bishanga from that season when he approached Aaron. And you are part of that story because he took Aaron to Chadi
Don't go there, please.
and Aaron asked for pokes.
No, but
Man said-
don't you remember when we were at
Said
B-Ray's
pick
place?
20 sticks. Said pick 20 sticks.
That is when this man has a crate of
Aaron,
beer
I'm
thinking
told
it was too
Aaron
much.
called you in a conversation, very short phone conversation, ended in like 2 seconds. Told you, bro. No good.
It is over. It is over.
So actually, when we bring that
Again, you got a silver medal. That is like the
Yes.
fifth- like the
So,
same.
what is on the ground right now is that if Kabari insists that they must be paid 3 million, from the information that I have, Bayern is going to go and play for Nsai. But when Bayern goes to play for Nsai and leaves Kabari, Kabari does not have any central defender. Minus Uwas,
You have Maua. They recently
They have
brought,
Chencha.
They recently brought Kabata for trials.
They have Uwas. They have Kabata.
They have
They have
Arthur,
Chencha.
Mwine Arthur.
Yes.
They have Nduguites.
Yes,
Ndugu
Ndugu
Heights.
Heights.
Those are so many options.
Yes, to the extent that actually Chencha has gotten back in shape.
Which shape?
Shape.
I know my other is a guy who retired Kabali after Kachanjali versus Kabali.
Who is that guy?
They have a defender, some light-skinned guy. Unamutire gore ya jirangu, we are retiring.
Odrek.
Odrek is there.
I think Kabari is prone to such things because there's a time Kabari was playing Kariri. Martin Prince.
Nyamas.
Martin Prince was in number 4. I got the ball.
That's the iconic picture. When he is.
Of the stick.
That man prioritized making Nyamas than
It was after that game. That was the last time he kicked the ball. When he sees the ball here, he passes it.
There's someone we've ignored in all this talk. Lonnie Ivan
Koyo.
Mm.
So Lonnie Ivan Koyo, when they went for the final in Kigali, he was not. He didn't play the final. So when he left Kigali, he comes and he was looking for a team to join. One of the teams that Ivan Koyo approached was Omujuma.
Wait a moment. He approaches teams, not
Yes.
teams approaching him.
Yes, he approached Omujuma. Guys, I'm available. I want to play for you. But Omujuma guys say, well, bro, you will fit in what you want to do.
you will get minutes.
But this is a player that has scored 2 finale winning goals. 2 finale. There's that quote about saying, if leave football before it leaves you. Now I want to.
So saying football has left him?
Because surely.
Yeah. So when he goes to Machando guys, I remember when they had finished all conversations with him, they called the MD at NLL News and said, "Hey,
You are the MD.
They called
Tum. They called Tum and said, can they announce our deal? Lonnie Ivan Koyo has joined Machando." And we said, Koyo is leaving Shera for Machando? No way. So we had to first verify the news.
It's like Emma leaving Karere for TY.
For TY. No, of
please.
course, which is going to do.
I'm saying, let us be serious. You cannot leave champions and go to commoners.
No, but you see, the champions, it's there.
Can you put a star on that jersey?
Inaugural champions.
Let me ask. On that bean on top.
Inaugural champions.
On that bean on, can you put
By
a
the
star?
way, you know, I've always underlooked this word, but Akagambo, inaugural, Nakaman.
Inaugural chess champions.
Social media.
No, you look at
Inaugural social
You see,
media champions.
the problem is that-
tournament, yeah, you know.
Inaugural
The problem is
Kryon Cup
that you
winners.
bring tournaments scripted. When they know the winner.
There's no scripting into chasing you in one game. It was not scripted anywhere.
But you're bringing.
Wait, are you trying to say that it was scripted for Abbott Virungi to score 2 goals against Karere?
Now, in our game, it was a whole script. Okay.
The referee.
That is
He had to
entirely best referee.
If he had to give penalties against Kari, because Abbott gives him money. He's the one that pays.
No, but no, it's not Abbott who pays.
Who
It
pays?
is Ntare Lions League pays.
But
Who gives
referee.
cash?
who hands over the
Who
cash?
hands over the cash?
Treasurer.
The man was like, I will not give these penalties.
Anyway, I'm not going to that. I can't go
Chabot
into
told
that.
him do it and see.
I can't go into
You
that.
are clear penalties, 2 of them.
Konkashin Ashi, is he the reason as to why
That is why
your coach had to bring on Akashaba, who was drunk?
Akashaba, Andrew, is a 2-time Golden Glove winner. 2-time Golden Glove winner.
Akashaba can make that switch from
Konkiwa,
Karere to
Hey.
TY and he plays in
when
60%.
I got to know this thing is very serious. Oh, the weekend, I went to Karere. Emma is my buddy. The coach is my buddy. Now Bashabatu, a keeper for just 1 game.
That's it, bro.
They had 4 keepers.
Hey, guys.
These guys jumped to give us a keeper. We played without a keeper. That is why you guys are winning this thing. We didn't have a keeper. We didn't have a keeper.
And anyway, it's I think it's been a wrap. It's been nice hosting you here today. As usual, shout outs to our sponsors, Online Chupa. Online Chupa is a gentleman in Kalere FC Kalere. Kachai Lama, very good gentleman. I think isn't he in Fly Peacock who gave you 30 million?
When at Bruce.
Is this the man who gave 30 million?
No, he's not the one, but I think he's a good gentleman. In
so
that
what
field.
happens when he comes in?
But you can order very good drinks from Online Chupa. The numbers are on the screen right now. We have picture photography for this nice quality picture that you're receiving today. Best wedding photographer in the house. When I was joining Ntare school, Seru, you had already left, and even now you're not married.
Seru.
Like you should be giving pictures.
Remember Seru is Full J's twin brother.
You should be giving, but Full J is a married man. He's a happily married man.
Pictures is going to do that.
I'm not understanding.
Pictures is going to do everything on my wedding.
On this cast, no one is supporting pictures. What's going on?
Do not worry. We still have some. Pictures is going to do everything.
No, actually,
And,
Emma Naku.
And of course,
To do what?
our hosts for today, the venue, Amrena Apartments, located along Chanja Ring Road. If you're ever stuck around Chanja or in Kampala, you can just come to Amrena Apartments and have good residence, good services that you'd enjoy. And yeah, if you're doing those things and you need to hide, you don't want your wife to find out, you can still come to Amrena Apartments.
Okay, for the thing of boys, don't get scared about women. They say there's space for 1 kilo, 1 man.
And so as we call it a wrap, wanted us to have one final toast, and we're toasting to Emma.
The champions.
First. We're toasting to none other than the inaugural Kryon Cup winners.
To be honest, I'll say congratulations.
Yes, sir.
TY.
Yes, sir.
You guys have.
Emma, toziva mutima.
But yagalizo ofune.
No.
Yagalizo ofune.
I will never forget much.
Yeah, TY, congratulations.
That thing is not exactly the way he says it. Yagalizo ofune. Even if Kachanja, he can kwagaliza. There is no way they can smell.